Frank Robinson was one of baseball's great gamers. He was awarded Rookie of the Year honors in 1956 and won MVP awards in both leagues, with the Reds in 1961 and the Orioles in 1966, a year in which he also captured the Triple Crown. He developed a reputation as an aggressive outfielder and a hard-charging base runner. Also a feared hitter, Robinson finished his career with 586 home runs. His intelligence and leadership helped him become the Major League's first African-American field manager in 1975 when he skippered the Cleveland Indians. Frank Robinson was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1982.
Hey, what's going on, sports cars fans? Ray from Philly here. It is Friday night, March the 21st, Friday night vintage. And this here is my last pickup for the PSA Basic Topps Frank Robinson PSA set registry run. On the last video, I showed the 1960 Topps and 59 Topps. So this, I only needed one more card, and that's the 58. Frank Robinson has cards from 1957 Topps to 75 Topps, so it's a total of 19 Topps cards. So I'm going to show the last card first, register that card into my set registry, then turn around and do a complete tabletop display. I started this run probably last May, so it took me 8-9 months to do. Took a lot longer than I thought it would. So let's get started now, and let's crack open the last Frank Robinson card. And then, like I said, when I'm done showing this and registering it in the set registry, I will then do a tabletop display of the entire Frank Robinson PSA Topps run. Okay, and this looks great. 1958 Topps in a PSA 4. Centering is excellent on this. Really, really good. There's the back of it. Now, I wanted to try and get a 4 on this card. I'm sorry, 5 on this card. The 5s are not centered as good as this one. So I try and get a collector's grade for whatever the decade is. If it's a 50s card, I try and get a 5. And I couldn't find a 5 that was affordable and centered. So sometimes it's okay to go one step down. So I don't mind going one grade down to a 4 just to complete the run. And that's a really, really nice 58 Topps in a 4. So I'm going to now, let's see here. Let me go to a different, smaller screen. There we go. Time to register the last card for Frank Robinson. And there should be a scanned picture of him from PSA on here, since it starts with an 8. They started doing that, I think, when it reached 7. So I'm able to add the card, and hopefully you'll be able to see a much crisp, clearer picture. And there it is. So there's the picture. Look at the centering on that. Looks great. There's the back of the card and the front. So yeah, that's why I settled for the 4. PSA 5s were going well over $100, and they were miscut. They looked to me. They were all center left to right, or top to bottom. So that now is complete. There is the entire set registry for the PSA Basic Topps run of Frank Robinson. Thrilled, tickled pink to finish this set run now. And again, just wanted to give one more quick look. 58 Topps, Frank Robinson, Robbie. All right, so now we're going to take a little break, turn the camera around and go to my table behind me and do the complete tabletop display. So hold on 1 second. All right, and we're back. So I kind of had to re-record this because I realized that I missed one card in the set registry here that I was in my display case. So this is take two. Let me put the Schmidt holder here. So we're going to start off with the last to the rookie year, all the way to the rookie year. Here's the 75 Topps and a PSA 8. Next up, the 74. This was the one that I was missing when on my first take, so I had to re-record it because I missed this card. I was calling the 73 to 74. Long week. Here's the 73 that I was calling a 74 on the first take. And a nice PSA 8. Awesome 72 and a 7. Here is a beautiful 61 and a 6. Nice black borders, no chipping. And now we're finishing the 70s, 1970 and a 7. That's an awesome grade for a 1970. Here's the 69 and a 6. One of my favorite sets. 68. 6. My birth year, yes. 67 Topps. That's a pretty high grade for that. It's not a high number, so it wasn't that expensive. 66. And now we're in the halfway through the 60s. Here's the 65. And that was in a 6. Love this one. It's one of my favorite Frank Robinsons, the 1964 and a 6. 63 is squeaky clean. I got this from Heritage Auctions. I actually overpaid for that 63. And then this one, this 62, I had to go down a grade because the collector's grade on this in a 6 was fairly expensive. So I took one step down. But look at this 5. I mean, there's no chipping. The centering is spot on. I really, really love this 62 Topps Frank Robinson in a 5. I didn't mind settling for that. And we're back up to a 6 and a nice 61. And we're finishing out the 60s now. Here's the 60, and I went down on the grade on this one as well to a 5. But the centering, sometimes you have to go down a grade because you can't find the condition that you want in that collector's grade, and I couldn't find a really nice PSA 6 for that 60. This I got at a card show actually a year ago, and I wanted a 5, but it's only a half a grade. But the centering on this is great. No creases, 4.5, can't beat that. And the one that I showed today, the latest pickup, and again, as you can see, this, you know, I wanted a 5, but the 5s were all off-centered, and they wanted like 150 plus. And I think I got this a little below 100 in a 4, and look at the centering on that. I was like, yeah, I'm okay with that. And last but not least, the rookie that I've had for years. I bought this probably 7-8 years ago in a PSA 5. So let's do this again. Make sure I have all the right cards this time. And pan over. Here's the 75. The missing 74 from the first take. 73, 72. 70, 69. Finish out that row. 66, 65, 64 I love. And again, look at that 62. I'm telling you, it's squeaky clean. 61. And finish it out. 60, 59, 58, and the rookie. As we pan out, there's the look. There's the final piece.
So thanks for this journey. Thanks for tuning in during this journey over the last several months, 7, 8, 9 months. So this here is the complete PSA Basic Topps set registry for Frank Robinson. That goes from 75 to 57. One little last reminder, sometime later on today or tomorrow, I'm going to show the 2025 Baseball Card Hall of Fame pre-poll ballot of the 15 cards that are going to be added to the ballot. Not to get into the Hall of Fame, but added to the ballot. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, so it was a lot of fun. So the next player that I'm doing, I decided to do Harmon Killebrew. So we're going to be seeing tons of killer cards over the next few months. And one last look, there's the Frank Robinson PSA Basic Topps run. All right, guys, I appreciate all your likes and comments. Thanks for tuning in. And like I always say, have fun with it. See you real soon. Bye-bye.